Hello and welcome back to TNN's coverage of the world's 9 best fantasy football players league. I'm your host, and this is what we have for you this week. Week 12 and the trade deadline is now behind us, and there was one final trade before the deadline. Cordero Patterson is headed over to Bonk Go-to-Mahorny Jail in exchange for 2 future draft picks. To see what both teams had to say about the trade, TNN reached out to team leadership.
Good morning, members of the league. This is Executive Chairman of the Bonk Squad. I'm taking to the streets this morning to spread the joy and good tidings of one Cordy Patterson joining our lineup. We're very excited to have this man on the team. He is a certified cheat code thanks to the Texarkana Bandits research. I promise. I did not know about that. I don't know that much about football. We're excited to have him. Thanks, Brett, for your cooperation. We're looking forward to meeting the court in the ship.
And now, here is Danny Football with his picks for Week 13.
All right, I can't wait to find out who's playing who this week. It's going to be great.
Hey, what's up, guys? World's 9 best fantasy football players expert, Danny Football here, back with another week of expert predictions. Really just a terrible week for predictions all around last week. I went 2-4, bringing my total on the year to 44 and 28. Luckily for me, though, my guest Miguel did even worse, going 1-5, not being able to beat the expert. But now, it's a new week, there's a new guest, and a new chance to beat the expert. So guest, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? Mike Vanek. Grayson, I am not cursed at all. That's an important part of the intro. I've got my football hat on, and I'm ready to beat the expert and bring the Bandits back in 1 week. What a week to do it.
It's a great hat, by the way. Really great sense of style. Love to see a stylish guest.
You would not believe how much I paid for this on eBay.
It looks pretty expensive.
Yeah. It was a limited edition, $75. Guy cut me a deal, 25% off. Is awesome.
Okay, first up, we have Ham and Throw and Undefeated Never Lost. Undefeated Never Lost, currently favored in this one at 55%. Grayson, who do you like here?
It's a weird phrasing because it's like watching the Detroit Lions play the Texans. It's like, who do you like? And it's like, well, I don't like anybody in this matchup. It's tough because I would pick against both of these teams against anyone else. I feel like Miguel has a little bit more self-awareness here, so I'm going to pick his team because I feel like Visconti would say something wildly overconfident, and probably will later in the week, say something wildly overconfident to Miguel, and he's going to put up like 120 points. So, Miguel, lock it in. I hate picking him, but lock it in.
Yeah, that's totally a fair pick. There's really not a lot to like in this matchup. Really not too much on the line here. Ham and Throw, they've got like an outside chance of the playoffs. I really don't love their chances right now. Undefeated Never Lost defensive coordinator Miguel has maybe suggested that he wants to tank and throw this matchup for some strategic purposes because of their draft pick that they got from the Pumper McNichols. If that's the case, pretty easy pick here. For Ham and Throw, they're going to be without Dalvin Cook for a little bit because of his injury. So even if they somehow make the playoffs, this is going to be a very diminished team. I really don't want to give too much time to a matchup where one of the teams has said that they want to throw it. I'm going to take Miguel at his word here, and I'm going to go with Ham and Throw.
I forgot about that one.
I mean, even with trying to throw the matchup, there's no guarantee that Visconti will win. Next up, we have the Mental Brick Walls versus Team Big Chungus 22. Mental Brick Walls favored at 84% chance to win. This is one that the Chunguses definitely need to win in their path to the playoffs, and luckily for them, the Brick Walls have parted with one of their better players last week with the Cordell Patterson trade. Possibly an elite IDP player. We'll see how that all pans out. I really like the trade for them. I think it was a good move towards turning this team around for the future, getting some future draft picks there, but the future is not what we were concerned about with this matchup. Brick Walls, really there's just not a lot to like. Cordell Patterson was their main scorer last week. Obviously, he's gone. Chunguses, they're very likely going to be without their newly acquired player, DeAndre Swift, and there remains the question of if they will get baited by Miguel again to leave 32 points from one of their defenders on the bench. We'll see. Look, I don't really love the Chunguses, but I think that they're going to be able to manage to pick up a win against the Brick Walls in this one.
Let's make one thing clear. The trade is horseshit. It's one of the worst trades that's gone down in this league. Cordell Patterson puts up 26 against me. Now I got to play him again, and he's totally going to put up 50 and some It's collusion if I've ever heard of it. So maybe the curse isn't a curse, and it's just the entire league has secretly been colluding against me.
Everyone's scared of the Bandits.
Everyone is scared of the Bandits. Now this matchup, people should know I'm big on the Chung guy. Joey Bosa's dad is going to go off for 4 touchdowns for every game this season from here on out. He's already broke that. It's kind of, when you're shooting bad in basketball and then once you get the lid off the rim, it just starts to go in. He's a 4 touchdown scorer every week. That's his new thing. Lock it in. I'm going Chung guy.
Moving on, we have Team M Vanek versus 2 Infinity and Beyond. 2 Infinity favored 98%. What are your thoughts on this one?
There is no logical reason why Mike Vanek's team should win this game, and that is why I'm picking them. There's no analysis to do. There's nothing. His team is horrible in 7-5, and I would be stupid to pick against them because they have no chance at winning this game. This is the game he wins. If he's playing a team worse, he's probably going to lose. But because Jacob should beat him 9 times out of 10, something wild's going to happen here. Let me look through his players. Oh, they're horrible.
You're not wrong.
I mean, my team's bad, but there's hope on it because they're young, We get to, I get to keep my job for a couple years to see how they develop. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen, and getting younger. Anyway, going Vanek here, and I'm a big Vanek fan, as you can tell.
Yeah, this is actually, it could be a pretty important matchup. Some major playoff implications here. These are 2 teams right on the bubble. They both really use the win here. 2 Infinity, unfortunately for them, is probably going to have to start their team namesake with both Baker and Tannehill on a bye. As we all know, Tua is not great.
I'm a big Tua guy.
To say the least.
I think this is the week that... This is a big week in the NFL because this is also the week that Tua gets unleashed. I think the coaches, which I don't know anything about, have been holding him back. And I think Nick Saban puts in a call this week and says, hey, guys, let Tua. And this is it. I think I'm predicting 3 rushing touchdowns from Tua.
Okay.
And in 7 passing touchdowns.
Wow.
I think he could put up a solid. I don't want to make a crazy game, but yeah, I think 10 touchdowns out of Tua against the Giants is pretty realistic. So,
okay.
But then still, Jacob's team loses, which is impressive because everyone else is going to have to play really bad.
I was thinking more like 10 points out of Tua, but we'll see. 10 touchdowns could be on the table. For Team M Vanek, they've got the Packers on the bye this week, so A.J. Dillon and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who is, for some reason, in their starting lineup, they're going to be without them this week. Going to be hoping that DeAndre Hopkins is able to go. Team M Vanek, I've said it before, I will say it again, very bad team. They should be in like the bottom quarter of this league. They have no business being 7-5. Reminds me of another team in this league who's currently sitting at 8-4 with more points scored against than points for. But, I guess as this league has shown, clearly the best team is not at the top of both divisions. So,
yeah, it's crazy. I'm in last. I don't know how that happened, but
not the worst team in the league. Bandits, not the worst team in the league. I will say
we're
that.
not?
No.
Oh. Okay, I get what you're saying. No, ranking wise, 100%. Yeah, no, we're down. I get it. Yeah, we're.
Yeah. No. The power rankings. Everybody playing against everybody else. Brett's team, by far the worst. So you've got that on him. As far as this matchup goes, though, I'm going with 2 Infinity and Beyond. Team Mvanik, they're bad. 2 Infinity is going to pull it out. I don't know how, but it's going to happen. Next up, we have Court is now in session versus Blinded by the tight end. Court favored at 79% in this one. These are two teams, both pretty solidly in the playoff race. Court has been a little shaky lately, a little bit of a downward trend there, and they may be without TJ Watt again, as he was placed on the COVID list.
Cheat code. So now you got to play by our rules, which is normal numbers.
I'm sure the commissioner is very upset that he's going to have to play Yannick Ngakoue and maybe get 10 points instead of TJ Watt's like 40. But the Court, they're going to be without Aaron Rodgers too, which means they're going to have to roll Big Ben out there, who is just god-awful. That man should not be a starting quarterback in this league anymore. For Blinded by the tight end, though, they've got a big boost for the next couple weeks as they're the proud owners of both Alexander Madison and Chuba Hubbard. They're going to stand to gain from the injuries to Dalvin Cook and Christian McCaffrey. Suddenly, this team is looking a lot more viable heading into the playoffs, even though, as I mentioned before, they do have more points scored against than points scored for. But, we'll disregard that.
Oh, this is that team.
This is that team. People sleep on the fact that Blinded by the tight end is not a great team. Ultimately, though, I don't think this game really matters too much for either of these teams. They're both going to be in the playoffs. Neither of them is really going to win the division. I think it's going to be close, but I'm going to give slight edge to the Court, say they get back on track this week.
This one's tough for me because Tom clearly a few weeks ago accidentally stomped on an Indian burial ground, and his team was cursed real quick. But now he went to a witch doctor because it seems like all of his backups that he has are working out for him. It's tough as a cursed player. It's not about the team. It's about the curse. But if it was about the team, I'm going to pick the Court, and I think it is. So even though Big Ben's probably going to put up negative points, I'm going to go Court.
Next up, we have the Pumper McNichols taking on McKiss Maballs. McKiss favored at 67%. Who do you like here?
Now, this is a good matchup, I would say. Record-wise, not really, but I don't know. I feel like Timmy's team is like one of the more variable teams that he'll just play really well and then just play awful.
Yeah.
I do like that both of his running backs are Jay Williams. That's kind of hard to pick against because that's a fun feature. Although, this one, I don't know. McKiss My Balls has kind of been a buzzsaw, and I kind of think the testes keep swinging. I'm gonna go McKiss My Balls here.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good pick. Something to look out for. The Pumper McNichols really need this one if they want to have a good shot at the playoffs. They're going to be without Christian McCaffrey for the rest of the year, so even if they do make the playoffs, I don't know what their odds are going to be. Jamal Williams may be a nice piece with DeAndre Swift out, though. It can be a big boost for them this week. McKiss, on the other hand, they essentially have the division locked up, even with that loss last week. All they need to do is win one out of these next 2 games. This is a team that could be pretty dangerous come playoff time. Jonathan Taylor, he's got a nice matchup against Houston. Mike Evans, newly acquired, good matchup against Atlanta, where he scored 22 against them earlier this year. At the end of the day, though, I think one of these teams is clearly better than the other. I won't be surprised if it goes the other way, but I expect McKiss to pull out the win in this one. Finally, we have our marquee matchup of the week, the Tex Arcana Bandits versus Bonk Go to Mahorny Jail. Bonk favored here at 99% chance to win. These are two teams trending in very different directions. Bonk has been hot lately, taking a commanding lead in their division. They've been top 2 in scoring for the past, I want to say 4 or 5 weeks. So someone fact check me on that. 4 or 5 weeks. Bandits, on the other hand, they've now lost 10 weeks in a row. The curse has reached double digits. The hype video curse it's very real. But look, fans of the show will know. Fans know that I'm high on the Bandits. I have been high on the Bandits for a long time. A very, very long time. But this 10-week losing streak has really shaken my confidence in this team. I know I've said as recently as a week ago that I would never get off the Bandits bandwagon. Even with their 9-game losing streak, I have not jumped off the Bandits bandwagon, and I'm not looking to jump off anytime soon. But I'd like to formally announce that Bonk has offered me a 10-year contract worth approximately $95 million plus incentives to be a fan of their team. And I know that I just recently became the winningest Bandits fan / expert picker in the history, and my love for the Bandits team and fan base is limitless. But I believe that my fandom with Bonk presents great upside, and really it's going to be the best way for me to cement my legacy as a fan / expert predictor. It's cold-hearted business, and I'm going with Bonk.
All right. First off, I can already hear Miguel bitching from here about why this is the marquee matchup. But when a 2-10 team knocks off 7-5, that's a marquee matchup, which is exactly what's going to happen here. Do I have any? The only I every week self-justify why the curse is ending, but this week it actually is ending because I realized that Brian Kelly was a big part of the curse. I'm not going to say he's the only part, because there's a lot of different things, black cats, broken glass, but Brian Kelly being gone, that's gonna break it. We're getting both the Italians back. Justin Jefferson and CD are going off. Unfortunately, AJ Brown is on IR, and I would like to take a moment of silence for the greatest kicker the Bandits have ever had, Joey Sly, who unfortunately seems to have torn his hamstring trying to chase down a guy who blocked his kick.
It's gritty, real gritty.
That is a Bandit. What more can you ask? He knew that it was worth more to get the forced fumble tackle than it was to kick the extra point. It just didn't work out for him. But anyway, you heard it here first. The curse is broken. 10 losses was just a bit we were doing this whole time. It's broken here, and we're winning the championship next year. Lock it in. I clip that, quote me on it every single week.
Oh, I will.
The Bandits are back.
All right, well, Grayson, thank you so much for being on the show this week. I'm wishing you all the best of luck with your picks, of course. Not as good as me, can't beat the expert, but again, thank you for being on, and maybe we'll be able to have you back on again come playoff time, because we sure know the Bandits will not be involved in the playoffs.
We're going to be squeaking by in the toilet bowl.
And thank you, Danny Football and guest Grayson, for those great picks. That is all we have for you this time. Be sure to come back next week to see how things shook out. I'm your host, and this has been TNN. And I'm going to be honest, if the thought ever occurred to you that I might be low on this team, clearly you are not a fan of the show. And expect contributions from Kyler Murray and James Conner to give them the edge in this matchup. Hard to match that elite team right there. I think the Bandits take it. I like the Bandits in this one.
The big upset.
Fans of the show will know that I've been high on the Bandits. Yeah, fans of the show will know that I've been very high on the Bandits this year. Yeah, as fans of the show will know, I've been big on the Bandits this year. Fans of the show are gonna know I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show will know I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show will know I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show are gonna know I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show will know I have been high on the Bandits this year. Fans of the show will know that I have been high on the Bandits this year.
That you have been.
Look, fans of the show are gonna know I have been high on the Bandits this year. Fans of the show are gonna know I have been very high on the Bandits this year. Fans of the show are gonna know I have been high on the Bandits all year. Fans of the show, super fans of the show, if you've tuned in all year, it's really kind of a secret, but fans know I'm high on the Bandits. Consider me high on the Bandits in 2021. Fans of the show are gonna know I am high on the Bandits this year. Fans of the show, they know. Fans of the show know that I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show will know that I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show are gonna know. They know. Fans know. Fans of the show are gonna know I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show are gonna know that I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show are gonna know that I'm high on the Bandits. Fans of the show know that I'm high on the Bandits.
There you go.
Fans of the show are gonna know that I'm high on the Bandits. I don't even need to say it anymore, you know? Like, I'm still gonna say it, but
I think you have to say
I have to say it, yes. My producer's telling me I still need to say it. Look, fans of the show, well, I know you're a fan.
Massive.
Fans of the show are gonna know that I'm high on the Bandits.
First time I've heard that, but
Fans of the show will know that I am high on the Bandits. Fans of the show will know that I'm high on the Bandits. It's never in doubt. High on the Bandits. Fans of the show will know that I'm high on the Bandits. Fans of the show will know. Fans know that I'm high on the Bandits. I have been high on the Bandits for a long time. A very, very long time. It's cold-hearted business, and I'm going with Bonk.